Hopefully you've done the first session for tonight. The session we're going to work on now is going to involve us skipping and our 50-50-50s. So you can do your rope as standard. If you haven't got a rope, you can do it without. The other thing you need is obviously water and a towel as standard. We're just going to start in a few sets. So get yourself ready. Let me just switch cameras for us and turn on the other one. Timer wise. Alright. I personally want to have some trainers on. Don't know if my feet are going to have the same effect on this wooden floor. In the academy it's easier when you've got a nice, well, actually it's not, it's tougher, but it feels like it's more bouncy. But we will see, we will see. After all the stuff we've done tonight, you advanced guys, got to keep up, got to keep doing your thing. Make me look like an old man. You not be young and spring chicken like. Okay, let's start. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ding 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 ding. Yeah. A little bit more spring. Yeah. Woo. Feel like I'm hitting the wall probably, that's why. I'm hitting something in front of me too. Space is definitely an issue, right? Just keep going. Come on, baby, let's get it on the go. I want to do this. Let's go! Yeah. Refuse to be denied. Not today, not today, not today. My skipping is good. Fast. I know. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm springing. Feel it passing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, team. 1 minute's done. Nearly 1 minute done. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes starting now. Come on, team. Push, push, push. Refuse to give up. Why? I might be even tripped up by this rope today. It's better than the other day, wasn't it? It was awful the other day. Today, we keep going. Come on, team. 1 minute left. Keep going, team. Keep going. Keep flying with it. Oh, that one, you skipped 3 minutes. That's not not like this. Go on. We'll have another 15 seconds. So we get to the last 10 right now and sprint. Let's go. Cross fit. Go. 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 Time. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, we are done. First 3 minutes gone. 3 minutes come up a minute. With me now, put your rope down, press, press. See how many you get done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those are my first 25 of my 50. Focus in for me. Starting back in 10. That's a lie, it's 3 seconds. Ding, 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 going off. Go. Start. Right, I've got an extra 5 seconds on. Actually, extra 10 seconds on. Let's go. Whoa, come on. Let's go again. Two minutes left. Let's go again, come on. This week, looking forward to a recovery, looking forward to those stretches, looking forward to a roll, rolling it out, body back, balance, but keep going, yes. 1 minute 30, so we are halfway through, it's the last round. Come on. 1 minute starts. Last minute starts now. Play. Keep the rhythm, keep moving. Come on, Steve. Last 20 seconds. My last 10, I want you to sprint. Last 10 seconds starts. Now, sprint. Keep going. I'm gonna keep going. 10 seconds go, but you'll keep going. Well, I'm gonna keep going. I started late. Discipline yourself. Push and time. Yes, told you. Back down. 25 press ups, we have 50 happen. Let's do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 50 press ups down. Gonna grab a sip of water. All we've got left is my 250s, which are squats and sit-ups. We're working. The cock has been going for 9 minutes. How quickly can we get our 6 minutes of skipping? 50. No rest. No rest is wicked. No rest. We're gonna go. Okay. So from here, squats and sit-ups. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's 25. 25 squats. Come on, let's get them done. Let's get them done. Ready, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm doing more than it's cool though. It's good for me. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Back down to my sit-ups. Let's get it done. Let's finish off. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squats. Gotta finish up. Come on, let's get it done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the timer. Bang! 50-50 in 3 minutes of squats and sit-ups. We're done the press-ups. So let me just quickly check. That's 12 minutes of work, people. Boom! Grab some water. Let's go for techniques. Yes! Welcome back, team. Advanced training tonight is all about the axe kick. We are insight number 8. So, let me just switch it up a little bit to make sure you guys are ready for going through this particular technique. Right, so what do you need to know about the axe kick? I'm going to talk about it, its history and all that kind of stuff. Negative, positives, when to use it and all that kind of stuff. So you get an idea of how you can put this and enhance your martial arts experience to become that better in your martial arts. So, moving forward, there are negatives and positives to an axe kick. An axe kick traditionally I would say, you can see it in the karate style of martial arts, you can see it in the taekwondo style of martial arts. I find that it's very, very popular in Europe when we go to competition. They throw axe kicks, well, depending on the country, throw axe kicks more than they throw round kicks, which is surprising. So they're very good at it. If you have the right level of flexibility and your kick is quick, it is a very, very good technique. If you don't have the flexibility, you don't have the speed and the timing, you can leave yourself vulnerable. So, talking about the positives and the negatives of this, an axe kick with the right preparation can ensure you can outsmart your opponent on a technique that's not normally seen. So if you can imagine when we throw techniques as lines, so a jab is a straight line technique, a cross is a straight line technique, a hook is a rotational technique, a round kick is a rotational technique, a push kick is a straight line technique, the axe kick is an up and down technique. So what does that mean? It means when you're sparring, it's one of those kicks you see and you go, what's that? And you get a kick in the mouth. Or kick in the head. Not what we want. So, it has that element to it, and from my experience, I find, say like for example, you're sparring with someone that focuses more on Muay Thai, they're not used to seeing this particular kick. This kick can be the, what's that? Boom. But bear in mind, if you're not very good at it and you throw that kick and it doesn't hit right or you miss, you're vulnerable. You can throw an axe kick, here, boom, chop, come in. Most people's arms drop like this. Difficult. You've got to keep your arms in the right place. but it leaves you wide open to get hit. So the positive is, if you have the flexibility and the speed and the timing, wonderful kick. The negative is, it does leave you open, in my opinion, my humble opinion. So I'm going to go through how you do it in just a tickety bit. Key factors to remember: an axe kick. The Lord of Thunder himself, Thor, has an amazing axe, right? The axe kick goes up and down. Which part of the foot you hit with makes all the difference. If I point my toes out like this and hit with the ball of my foot, this part here, the flat part, it is not going to hurt, but it is more competition based. You'll see a lot of this in Europe. It hits 2 points, 3 points, whatever. To get the more power in the kick, you flex your toe and you hit with your heel and you chop downwards. So that we're clear, my knee, the chamber position of my axe kick, if I rotate my foot on the ball of the foot, so you see my ball of the foot, I turn, now it's ready for me to rotate. I want to get my leg to this angle, extend my leg, and once I line up, I chop. So the position of the foot, if I want power, heel. If I don't want power but I want to score, point your toes out makes it a longer technique. So just going through it so we're clear. I turn the base of my leg to make it easier for the rotation of my chamber, so my hips are nice and loose. Rotates round, and when I'm just about to hit the center line, I extend my leg and I chop. Key part: when you chop, your leg wants to be completely straight. Your toes flexed. You will notice when you do this, your leg is at its most heaviest, and your leg now becomes an axe. You study more martial arts, you start doing jiu-jitsu, say, when you do an omoplata, this movement alone puts the person flat on their shoulder. Or when you're going through their shoulder, it makes them flat, it flattens them out. Because you're understanding the purpose of how a leg can come heavy. So, if I was you, make sure you're very good at flexing your toes. I flex my toes towards me for a side kick. It's no different. For the axe kick, I've got to have that discipline to keep my leg nice and straight. So, preparation to doing the kick incidentally, this is the kick which can easily, one, pull your hamstrings. That's these muscles in the back. If you are a lot older, or my age bracket, you have to be wary about this. Therefore, you must be fully warmed up and get the right stretches, okay? So that is the first thing you have to consider when doing this particular technique. So to warm up, my hamstrings, really, really important. What I'm gonna do is swing my leg up. If I keep my hands as a positional guide of where my leg is gonna go, then I can lift my hands up, the warmer I get. And eventually I want this leg to go above my head. The other thing that I forgot to say, first thing is a negative hamstrings is an issue. Second thing is, when you swing that leg up, don't lean back. That's how you fall over. If you're at home right now practicing, be wary of what's behind you. If you're in the academy, you've got anything behind you, just be wary. Luckily, in the academy, normally you're working, there's a lot of space and a nice safety floor. So if you fall, you go, oh, I'll do that again. And it has to happen. It happens. Experiencing, especially in my younger days, a few times. With all the effort of lifting my leg up, yeah, whoosh, bang, drop. So going back to the stretch, keep your legs straight, swing it up, and then when you get warm enough, now you're ready to do the kick. I'm 45 years old and I know when to do an axe kick and when not to, especially about my hamstrings. I have to warm up first or it's a problem. So that's how you stretch. Obviously you can do static stretches, so anything where you're doing this direction going downwards, anything to stretch those hamstrings and your hip at the same time will really help. Box splits is good for side kick and round kick. If we stretch this way, then it's really good for the axe kick. So, stretching, really important. Make sure you get your body nice and warm. I was going to say, the targets where you hit. Head, definitely number one. Collarbone, for the street. I'd also say the thigh, knee, but it's not the official place to go, but I will tell you an experience. I was one time sparring with someone, and we were there, and he picked up his leg, and I could see the axe get motion, and I was like, you ain't gonna hit me with that, you must have your mind. Anyway, so I stood there kind of brash, like, well, go on, do what you gotta do, so I block him off, come over the top. But he didn't go to my head, he hit my thigh. He went, hit, ping, and I looked at him like, how disrespectful, punk. In my mind I was like, is that it? You really, I looked at him like, no you didn't. And yes he did, and guess what? The funny thing was he hit me, I looked at him, and then I went, ooh. That's actually quite effective. My leg is dead now. Something to ponder. Just like the hook kick can go to the knee, the axe kick can take out the leg too. Just a different way of thinking about it. So I wouldn't put my leg all the way above my head and come down to the leg. You'd be here, you chamber, boom, and hit right on the top of the thigh. See the person just wince a little bit and have a little bit of a wobble. So target areas, definitely head, collar, thigh. I wouldn't go to the knee, and the reason being, yes, it destroys it, but you've got so many other techniques that are safer to throw than an axe kick. The position your foot has already been through, you've got to point your foot forward, or pull your toes back. The chamber is the key for your kick, going over the person's guard to hit them. That's what I got taught that by Curtis Page. Really, really important element. If you look at the very, very best, if you do your research, a guy called, I tell you, there's loads of guys that do axe kick. The one I like the best, I saw live when I was at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. It was back then the K1 World Series, and there was a fighter from Brazil called Claudio Feitosa. And his kicks, he could do the Brazilian kick, is where you throw a kick and then snap around, kick down. Perfect. But he also had the axe kick. And he put the two together and just putting people out for fun that night. That was one moment of, wow, the beauty of an axe kick. I'll try and get you some footage so you can see it later on, okay? So Claudio Feitosa is a really good example of how you throw a good axe kick. The other thing to consider, speed-wise, there are two speeds. There's one speed on the way up, line up, and then chop. When you chop, don't hit the floor. A lot of people as beginners, they do that, so you can hit the floor, that's how you damage yourself. You want to throw your leg up, glide past the floor. So let me show you the rhythm. I'm here, I practice, when I teach the beginners, lift your leg up straight and then chop down with your legs, your toes flexed. Which again, lift my leg up and then chop down. So if I was doing it as a technique, I turn my front leg so I can rotate around and then chop. There's a little pause. I go around and then chop. I want this momentum to get the power. When you slam that leg down nice and straight, wow, tremendous amount of power, you'd be surprised. And when you've got flexibility, it's a fun kick to throw. So that kind of gives you a good summary of all about the axe kick. When to throw it. To me, the axe kick is good to throw when somebody's cornered. That's the best time to throw it. Another good time to throw it, if you're at distance and your sparring is even, a scissor axe kick can be very deceiving. It makes the person go, huh? And boom, you've covered distance and a speed and you've hit them. So combinations I would say to work, incorporate your uppercut with your axe kick. And the other one, over with your spinning axe kick. Yeah, so you put those together. The warmer you get, the easier it is. That was an example of it, but it wasn't a great example. So I want to throw over. When you're fully warm, that can look really, really cool. And it works quite effective as well. So, things to ponder, things to play with. That is the axe kick. I'm going to get you some footage right now of Claudio Feitosa so you can see it. And I'll leave you with that to ponder with for the rest of the evening. Guys, take care for now. See you all soon.